Welcome to Ferrari Modena, and today I am going to do a video of how to fix your alarm siren. So for anyone who sees this light on when the engine is running, what it's basically telling you is there's a problem with the battery on the siren or it's low. And I've got to admit, I hadn't even thought about the fact that the car doesn't beep when I lock it or anything like that. So did a bit of research. There's videos on Ferrari Chat and similar blogs about how to replace this. When I went to the garage, the cost was, I don't know, at least £700 plus to have it done. I bought the part from Euro Spares for I think £275, and then the rest is up to me. So if this is something you fancy doing, follow the video and I'll do it step by step, and hopefully if you've got the same problem you'll be able to repeat it. So let's get going. Okay, so first things first, you'll find the alarm siren in the front compartment in the boot, and it is basically behind this section here in the side there. So what we're going to do is take off this front cover and this side panel. It's the first thing we have to do, and by all accounts the screws are different length at the top and at the bottom, so just keep them separate, make sure you know which screws are going where. So I'm going to get on and do that first of all, and then see what we find behind there. Okay, so the first job is done, which is to get the panels out. So yeah, there's different length screws, so just keep a track of where you've taken out screws around the car. Once the screws are undone, this panel comes out first very easily, and then the back panel, you just have to be careful of these sort of wires here. So the back panel, actually you pull it out from under here so it comes out, and then you slide it up. So you just gently slide it up. You don't try and pull it outwards. And yeah, it comes okay, just a little bit of fiddling around. Now, I've seen on previous videos that this is actually a nice looking panel, and actually one of the challenges they talk about is how to get this unstuck. It doesn't look like that's going to be my problem because it's all ripped and broken. So yeah, not sure 100% what to do with that, but if yours is all neatly done, then the next stage is trying to kind of pull it off its existing glue. And I think probably someone's tried to do that and done a bad job of it, because apparently it is quite hard to do. So what I have heard recommended is that you just slice neatly across the top, you know, all the way around, and then just tape it all back up afterwards. So that is an alternative. I'm going to have a little fiddle around with this. I don't know quite what to do, but it looks like it's sort of beyond repair, so I might just cut it neatly and remove it as one piece, and then we'll get on to finding where the siren alarm is. Okay, so here I am, taken off the covering altogether, and I have to admit I've been misleading a little bit, because obviously the example I saw was on a left-hand drive car, because I went to look over here and I'm like, man, that doesn't look like what I'm looking for. So we go and look over here, and again I'm looking for the siren to replace that, and it appears that someone decided not to bother with the siren and has just left a gap in there for one, and the attachment. So I think it's made it marginally easier for me, because I can just clip that in and off we go. One thing I didn't say before is make sure to turn the power off with the switch there before you do any of this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think it's just a matter of clipping that in, so I'll be back shortly and we'll do just that. Okay. Right, so here's a genuine Ferrari part, and that came in, as I said, it was about £250, so that's what it looks like, pretty basic. So I'm going to, this needs to clip in. I've got to get, I think it's going to go in like that. Whoa, I think that means something's happening. And then what we've got are these sort of screws here, which this slides onto. So I'm just going to undo them a little bit more, and I don't think you need to watch that, but you basically pull this comes out a little bit and then slides into there, and then tighten up the bolts, and we'll have a look and see how it works. So back in a second. Okay, so after a fair bit of fiddling around, and I can highly recommend actually getting into the boot to make this a lot easier. You can see I've put it in now, and I think you can sort of see roughly how it connects, right? It goes down those slots, and then you tighten the bolts. That's the tricky bit, tightening the bolts on the other side. So I guess now it's all about testing it. So I guess the first thing is to see if the light goes off. So power back on. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, so let's do our stuff. Let's hope nothing weird happens. There we go. The light is off. That job cost me £275, and I don't know, maybe an hour, probably not even that, about an hour, versus I don't know, 700-800 quid in a shop. So if you're thinking about it, definitely worth doing. Now, I have been told I can test the alarm, so the recommendation was to lower a window. Let's see. Turn off. I'm still at that point of ownership of these things where I just don't like turning them on and off, which is, sounds weird, but I just feel like I'm putting it under some pressure. Right, I'm going to lock up. And then it'll make a beep when I lock it. I don't know if that's standard or not, but I'm going to have my beeper at the ready. And then let's see if I lean into the window and there we go. I think we can safely say that that is mission accomplished. Obviously got to put all that back together. I hope you found this a useful video. Please share if you think it is, and hopefully it helps another Modena 360 owner. Thanks.